Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Moved already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're in frame.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm a little bit out of frame, to be honest.
I always have to edit these.
Yeah. Ooh, go on to bed.
Shut up. Hello, everybody. My name is... Don't you ever interrupt me ever again. My name is Darren. Go on.
My name is Graham.
And we have watched the Grand Budapest Hotel. Tell us the story.
The story is of one particular hotel.
Oh, yeah.
It's run by a concierge.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
actually run by... is it run? Well,
He seems to be in charge of it.
he was a concierge and now he's like the manager. Because he kind of inherits the place, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just
Who?
like...
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually...
What does Ray Fiennes do?
Well, Ray Fiennes, he's essentially the manager of the place, and he deals with all sorts of manners of...
Why are you going into so much detail?
Well, okay. I was going to go to... I was going to talk about what a concierge does instead of what Ray Fiennes does. Basically, Ray Fiennes in the film tends to the
Old
more
ladies.
particular... Yeah, the particular guests
The old ladies.
that visit, and mostly just visit for him.
And what does he like to do to them? Or what do they like him to do to them?
Oh, I couldn't say.
Go on.
I couldn't say.
Grow up. Be mature. And say it like an adult.
Well, he likes to rattle the bones a bit.
Yeah. He fucks
Basically.
them in their granny vaginas.
So anyway...
Well, I mean, I'm presuming. I don't know how he does it.
No, he does. They never specified, actually.
You see one of them sucking him off at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be weird if, like, all of the old people just wanted to go there to suck
That
Ray
was
Fiennes
it.
off.
Yeah.
Like a fucking dick that tastes like one of those smart fruit pastel lolly ices.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Would you suck Ray
No, I
Fiennes'
mean-
dick if it tasted like a fruit pastel lolly ice? Do you like fruit
If it's
pastel
Ray
lolly
Fiennes,
ices?
yeah, I love them.
So
Oh.
why wouldn't you want to suck his lolly ice cock then?
If this was the world we lived in, like this current one,
Yeah.
which it is, and it was Ray Fiennes and he was famous as he is, but you still would though. Anybody would.
What, suck Ray Fiennes' dick if it tasted like a lolly ice?
Even if it didn't, it's not.
So you do, what do you mean even if it didn't?
I'm just saying, Ray Fiennes is the kind of guy. He's like famous and he seems like a really nice guy anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen Schindler's List.
I'm just saying you would, like, if he wanted you
So
to,
if
you
Ray
wouldn't
Fiennes-
question it.
If you met Ray Fiennes and he said, come with me a second, and you went to somewhere private and he said, you know what to do, and he got his todger out, you would.
If Ray Fiennes said it.
Yeah.
Well, he's a bit old. He's a bit out of my age range. But I mean, you wouldn't say no.
No. Wouldn't
Well, you might be apprehensive, but you wouldn't. It's Ray Fiennes.
Yeah, I know it's Ray Fiennes.
You know what other actors could put you in that kind of uncomfortable sexual proposition. You know, get put in a proposition, but whatever.
So you took his dick then?
Would you do? Would you?
None?
No. Well, Ray Fiennes.
No, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't.
You would if he asked you to.
Why
You
would I?
Because then you become friends.
I mean, we're friends, and I don't ever remember that happening between us.
I remember.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
Wes Anderson's films.
Oh, for God's sake.
Honestly, that's ridiculous. The amount of time we just spent you
Yes.
telling me how much you wanted to suck Ray Fiennes'
That's not
cock.
the point. I'm just saying you wouldn't back out of it. You
Yes,
wouldn't
I
say.
would. So how far would you go with him?
That's not the. If you.
I sound jealous now.
I'm just saying if the opportunity arose,
Yeah.
it's Ray Fiennes.
How many have you
Apart
seen
from
many
anything.
Ray Fiennes films?
That's not. Yeah, a few. That's not the
other than
point.
Harry Potter.
I've seen him as M.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Um,
And
so Grand Budapest.
that's a great film. Ray
Is it?
Fiennes is stonking. He's brilliant. He's just phenomenal.
Yeah, he is. He's really, really funny, which you might not have thought based on his previous work.
Humour seems to come very well to him.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too. He was in
Yes.
Cemetery Junction. That was a comedy, but he wasn't really funny in it.
What was he in Cemetery Junction?
He was, the main guy who
Yeah.
who fancied a girl.
Yeah.
He was her dad, and he was like the boss at the factory.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, is he like the boss of the? Yeah. Okay, I did remember.
Okay.
I can't picture his face in it, but yeah.
You know what his face looks like?
In the film, I can't put him
Right,
in the
you
film
can imagine him with a fucking lolly ice dick, but you can't imagine his own face in a different film.
that he was in.
Yeah. Anyway, so do you like Wes Anderson's films normally?
Normally, I love Wes Anderson films normally.
So where would you rate this one in terms of his other work? I'm presuming you've seen it all because I've shown you them all.
Well assumed, yes.
Yeah.
I would say this one would go. I think I remember the opinion I've given in the past
Yeah.
about this situation.
You can't just say your own opinion. You have to remember what your opinion is.
But it's probably going to sound word for word from whatever else I've talked about it. But
okay.
I would say that this film probably, for me, gets placed at the tippy top.
Really?
Probably.
Better than
I love Moonrise Kingdom.
and Life
Before you
Aquatic.
say it. Life Aquatic, yes.
Yeah.
It's also a film. I love
It is.
them all. I love all of his films.
Do you? Do you like
yeah.
Bottle Rocket?
Yes, not as much though. You know, I do. I like Owen Wilson and all that.
I
And
like Bottle Rocket. Ooh, do you know what you should watch if you like Wes Anderson's films?
no, please tell me.
Harold and Maude.
I would like to see Harold and Maude.
Harold and
You
Maude,
keep going on about it.
It's amazing. It's nothing to do with the Grand Budapest Hotel. But, well, I mean, other than the fact that Wes Anderson's
Who's
brilliant.
Harold
He's the young boy in Harold and
and
Maude.
who's Maude?
The old woman that he loves.
Tell me about them.
In our Grand Budapest video.
yeah,
Harold
yeah.
and Maude is a
Briefly,
film.
briefly.
Yeah, it's a film about a young boy who falls in love with an old lady, and the old lady's full of life, and the young boy wants to kill himself. And it's about how they sort of bond and bring each other to life, and how they meet in the middle. But
Oh.
it's really good. It's got a really good soundtrack by Cat Stevens, which
Okay.
who's appeared in things like Rushmore on the soundtrack.
You know what? I always think of Cat Dealey.
Imagine if Cat Dealey had done the fucking soundtrack to Harold and Maude. I mean, I don't know if she can sing or not, but she'd have been about 6 at the time it came out, if not, if she was even born. But
I don't know how old Cat Dealey is.
I don't know. But
Do you want to look her up? Or
no.
Okay.
But yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel is really good. I think it's got a lot of beginnings and a lot of ends because it's kind of like it starts and
It
it presents
needs
and it
to.
goes back. Why does it need to?
Well, exactly. You've just said why.
Why?
It starts in one time zone. Starts in modern
But why
times.
does it have to? I'm not
And
saying
then
I
it
didn't
goes
like
back
it.
a generation, and then it goes back another generation, and then it goes another generation.
What do you think is the point of that?
What's the point of the fact that they go through all the
Well, because you could
stories?
just have the Ray Fiennes story. So what's the point in having the girl read the book written by Tom Wilkinson,
Yeah.
which he remembers from when he was Jude Law,
Mhm.
which he was told as the Ray Fiennes story? Why do you need all that?
He was told it by the late
Exactly. So
age
even,
zero,
Why couldn't? I'm not,
and then it goes back
why
to
do you-
zero as a young one.
So why do you think they couldn't just skip even like the first few and just have Jude Law being told it by?
Well, because it's kind of would you say it's a kind of a Wes Anderson
Maybe. I mean,
styling to
maybe
have?
it like helps. Like
It's a yarn, isn't it? You're spinning a yarn.
I guess so.
Is that how you spin yarn?
I suppose it helps just show how things have changed over time as well. By,
Yeah.
because obviously when the hotel is under Ray Fiennes' control, it's like a big glamorous thing.
Yeah.
Or
I
even
guess
though
it
it's on its way
shows
out,
that degradation,
Yeah.
over time.
and how just things are getting a bit grimmer.
At the end of the day, because the concierge, but he doesn't want to know, does he? It's Owen Wilson at the end, isn't it? Oh no, sorry,
No.
it's Jason Schwartzman in the end. He's behind the desk, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's in the
Cigarette in his
Jude Law
mouth and he puts
story, yeah.
his- yeah, exactly.
Which
so
is still
over
like
time,
2 stories back.
Yeah, that's true. But then we don't see where it ends up, do we? In
No.
whose hands it? It got demolished.
Did it?
I'm falling.
Don't worry. I'd cramp in my foot.
All right.
Um,
I make a much bigger song and dance out of cramp.
Because you're a drama queen.
Yeah.
I don't want to be homophobic there. I know you are. Have just doubted yourself as a gay man who would suck Ray Fiennes' cock. When I
If
said
he
queen, I
wanted
didn't
me
mean
to,
it
I
offensively.
wouldn't force it on him. I'm not saying
You
it
wouldn't
be.
force your mouth on his cock.
I wouldn't say it's not my. It wouldn't if it was not my choice. No,
It
it
is
would
your
always
choice.
be my choice. I know. I'm not saying he's mouth raping me.
No,
I'm
it's like
saying
deliverance. But spoiler alert.
and deliverance.
I don't want to pursue this line of inquiry. But yes,
You may desist.
so Graham.
So what I really like about the film, and it's just a little cherry on top for me, really, which is ironic because of the Mendels. Okay, so there's like cake. There's a cake maker thing that Saoirse Ronan works in.
Yes,
You like Saoirse Ronan, yeah?
Saoirse Ronan is the only girl I've ever loved. I've got pictures of her all over my wall where I've scrawled the eyes out.
If you look over there, the rock's there. So I don't know how legit that claim is, but
He's got his eyes. He's watching her. She's on the other wall.
he's keeping his eye.
He's keeping her protected.
Did you like her in this film?
Yeah,
I thought she was very good.
I
like
even
that
though
they
she's
all
got the
kept
massive
their own.
birthmark.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're like that's of no significance, no big significance. It's just a
Just a
feature of it.
quirky
It's just a
detail.
part of it. Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people might criticise the film for being by Wes Anderson, therefore sort of style over substance, and that being an example that their birthmark is there just for the quirkiness of it
That's true.
and not really adding anything.
I think it's a full package. You know, it's taken. It's like a spider. You know, you got the main things, and then you got these dangling long hairy legs. these
Yeah.
these offshoots from the story that give it the crawling
Yeah.
nature of it.
Okay.
And the story it crawls and climbs and spins its web in it. And
Okay.
anyway, so my point was what I really like about this film particularly, I like a lot about it really, but
Yeah, me too.
I like it. I like more about it than you do.
What? Finish your sentence.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you got Mendel's and like their whole thing, like when they make their cakes, it's all like kind of layers, and it's all very delicate and interesting, and intricate and stuff like that. And I think it's quite representative of the film because it's set out light in that way. You know, like it's almost like the start of the film, as we were talking about. You've got the first part, the next part, the next part. It's almost like a recipe or like a bunch of ingredients, and then at the end, there's all like it comes back out and it's stacked. It's like it's like the big story is the main one, and then you're coming out of it, and it gets smaller and smaller. So there's just a bit at the end where the girl hooks the keys on the thing and leaves the graveyard. That's like the cherry on top, and it's like the finest, the closure.
Do you know what that reminded me of? Do you know those pictures by the Simpsons guy where he just like writes one massive sentence?
No.
I mean, what you said. I don't mean what you were saying.
No.
And he draws the pictures, and they've all got long fingers and stuff.
I don't remember.
No, check
No.
out on
I
Facebook.
think you're
though.
being rude anyway.
But yeah, it was good. Bill Murray wasn't in it very much.
I
Considering.
wanted to mention something else.
Go on.
I wanted to, but I can't remember it.
Okay.
What were you gonna
Well,
say
I'm glad
about-
you interrupted me.
What were you going to say about Bill Murray?
Just that he wasn't in it very much, but you might, believe that he's in it for more than he is, considering he's on the poster as
He's on
much
the
as
front cover,
Ray Fiennes, and he's in the trailer as much. And I liked Willem Dafoe playing a psychopath as usual,
He was
and I
amazing.
liked the stop motion feel of it all, which I think he's obviously got from Fantastic Mr. Fox, as in Wes Anderson's got from Fantastic Mr. Fox. Did it go a bit autism?
a little bit.
Yes, it's very good. He's just built a world, hasn't he? He's built the Wes Anderson world.
Did you like Jeff Goldblum?
I always like Jeff Goldblum. When would I not like Jeff Goldblum? If you like Jeff Goldblum, other than just watch any film he's in, check out Powder. It's not the best film in the world, and it was directed by a paedophile. But there's a bit in it where Jeff Goldblum holds somebody's hand or something, or I think he just touches them in the face. Some bald albino kid, and then he just kind of like looks up to his hair, and his hair just starts like going up and down. And it's honestly, it's worth watching just for that scene.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's probably on YouTube. Save yourself seeing the pedo film and just watch it.
We can't put a link to it underneath.
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't want to hazard the promise.
I don't know how legal
Don't wanna
videos on
make
YouTube are. Don't want to be
Yeah.
on for copyright.
Okay.
But yeah, so Jeff Goldblum was good in it. Yeah.
So another thing to note as well is like it's almost this film is like an amalgamation of everything that Wes Anderson's learned, as Darren said. Like you've got the stop motion aspect of it, and you've also got like all the parallels in there.
Although it doesn't have pop music in like his earlier ones did.
Mm.
I think that something changed around Fantastic Mr. Fox in his careers in a good way. The films have been different since, so it's almost like Rushmore, Bottle Rocket, and Tenenbaums and Zissou all kind of fit together.
Yeah.
Then you had Fantastic Mr. Fox, which kind of like links them both to the second part of his career. And then you've got Moonrise Kingdom and this one and whatever else he presumably does, which also feel more like each other than the earlier stuff. I guess he's just, every film he does, he learns more.
It's like he's matured. He's just kind of
Yeah, he's
finding where he is.
And, just gaining knowledge of how to create the worlds that he wants more completely.
Well, that's it. He's a guy with a vision, and you can't deny that.
And people, I don't know, people get annoyed that like he has his own style, and like you get that with certain people, like Gilliam obviously does, and Tim Burton, people like that, and people just get annoyed about it, and I don't know why. And they say like, oh, it's just that it's just them being indulgent. I think I'd rather have somebody who's actually got an imagination and a style be indulgent than somebody who's got no style, just bland along.
We watched The Expendables the other day, and it was just miserably, just boring. Ugh. But then you were talking about Spielberg and stuff the other day, and
I love Spielberg.
Talking about style as well.
Yeah. Well,
how he doesn't have a strict style, but the camera movements and stuff. He's
Well, I'm
got
not
a
saying
feel.
that people that don't have an obvious sort of style like Gilliam or whatever aren't good.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that just because they do have a style, it doesn't mean they're bad. or it's nothing to get annoyed about. Because obviously, like Spielberg doesn't particularly have any like visual tics, I suppose. He's just really good. He knows how to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
Although some people might think that he should avoid fridges and nuclear bombs and stuff.
But yeah, it's kind of a given.
Is the CG good? Was that annoyed me more in Indiana Jones 4 than the fridge?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Suppose we're done, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a good film, Grand Budapest. It's not my favourite Wes Anderson film. That is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. But whatever, we're all different people in the end, and
I suppose so.
That's that.
It's a shame, that.
No, because you can go and suck Ray Fiennes' cock on your own, and I don't want to. I'll be slowly crying and masturbating in the corner whilst watching.
Jealous.
Well, not jealous, just happy for us both. Because you get to do it, and I get to watch, and he gets to.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to turn this off now.